Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France Deck G4-5 game with Malingo, Thatcher, and PJ17. So, looking at this first pile, there's Patron, probably the best card here, although Humble Farm Boy makes Patron a little worse. However, the next best card is maybe Peasant, and Peasant is not particularly good with Humble Farm Boy either. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to first pick Patron here. Yeah. Peasant, Pair Peeler, Seasonal Worker, Livestock Keeper, get one of those on the rebound. So 2 crops. 2 crop cards, 1 field card, and 1 animal card. So, worth keeping that in mind. Everyone's seated, good. Hey Rylocran. Hope you are doing well today. Alright, so we're waiting for PJ17 to pass to us. Patron's pretty good in just about any hand. Not too many hands that it's not good in. Gives a bunch of early game food, which is nice, and it enables you to do some things that you couldn't do otherwise. Alright, friends. Time to start making some picks. Whoa! Alright. Well, I understand better why they were agonizing so long. Charcoal Burner, Child Psychologist, whatever PJ17 took had to have been pretty great. So Child Psychologist is interesting because it lets me play my whole hand out for free. But Charcoal Burner is also very fantastic. Child Psych is... Child Psych is pretty good here. Lets me play my hand of occupations out for 0 food, which is pretty strong. Now Charcoal Burner, of course, fantastic card, gives wood and a food. I'm really high on Child Psychologist though. I think I'm gonna take Child Psychologist here. Yeah. As good as Charcoal Burner is, I think this combo is quite strong. Quite strong. Yeah. Build a major plow field, sure. Okay, a couple different ways I could go here. Well, really it's 2. It's Pickler or Merchant. I mean, Merchant Cabinet Maker is an interesting combo. I could take Merchant Plowman here. Pickler is interesting as well. I think, though, Merchant Plowman is pretty interesting. If I get Wheel Cabinet Maker, I don't even need to build the joinery. I can just play that 2-card combo. And then I'm paying a wood each harvest for a field and a food, which seems pretty good. And if I build a bunch of fields, maybe I can win the Pickler. Whoa! Bargaining Baker and Stone Sculptor. Well, it's pretty difficult for me to pass Bargaining Baker to the charcoal burner because they're gonna obviously use it to great effect themselves. But I mean, if I build a bunch of majors, it's helping them as well. Stone Sculptor is also a good card. Stone Sculptor plus Merchant Plowman, you know, I'm getting a lot of stuff in each harvest, which is kind of nice. But Bargaining Baker is probably too good to pass on here. Yeah. So we're hoping a 7th pick Cabinet Maker, which Cabinet Maker is not usually drafted, so hopefully we can get it back, unless someone block picks it deliberately. Well, here's Peasant. So Peasant overlaps with Merchant Plowman, Peasant overlaps with Merchant Plowman quite a bit. I don't really think I need Peasant in this hand. I kind of want to just take Pear Peeler. So Pear Peeler is going to let me compete for the Pickler bonus. That's my goal there. To compete for Pickler with Pear Peeler. Also it gets me crops that I can actually use the Merchant Plowman fields. So I passed Charcoal Burner to Malingo. So if I can delay Malingo actually playing the Charcoal Burner by like blocking their occupation opportunities, that could be good. Master Builder can be difficult to make work. I kind of like Pioneer here. Pioneer to get my resources for Bargaining Baker and for Merchant Plowman. Yeah. And we did wheel Cabinet Maker. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, man. Well, Stonehouse Extension is pretty good for the Master Fencer. Rum Distillery is amazing, and I don't see how I take anything else here. I mean, Clay Pit, if I'd taken Minor, Clay Pit could be fun. But, yeah, Rum Distillery looks pretty excellent here. With Bargaining Baker and with Pear Peeler, I should be able to get a couple grain to feed it. Pear Peeler mostly is what's going to feed it. Black Swan Lake is really good. Yeah. What are we getting back here? Probably like Stone Kitchen. If we got Clay Pit or Black Swan Lake, I'd be quite happy. Well, if I want to build the clay ovens, you know, Clay Pit could be good. Clay oven, build a couple fireplaces. Clay Pit could be quite good. Stone Kitchen, the Charcoal Burner's happy to see Stone Kitchen for sure, because it's yet another thing that can proc the Charcoal Burner. Oh. Wow, wood-fired oven. Man, this is going to be quite the good game for the Charcoal Burner. I mean, with Bargaining Baker, I do build the wood-fired oven cheaper than normal, and it does provide me a grain. Child's Toy is pretty good. Could take Child's Toy. Stone Exchange. Stone Exchange is probably not too bad for this hand. I guess I'll take Child's Toy. Maybe wood-fired oven will wheel. Yeah, Child's Toy is pretty great. And it gets me out of a 3 wood into a 3 wood start. Wow, Baker's Oven. Jeez. Don't really need Ox Team. Oak Cask is nice. Barbershop is interesting. Barbershop is pretty interesting. Baker's Oven, I mean, it triggers Bargaining Baker, so it gets me a grain. And it lets me rebuild the other ovens. But yeah, there's like kind of a crazy amount of ovens in this game. I think I'm going to take Barbershop here. I'm going to need a lot of wood, but yeah, I mean, I can mostly just take wood. That's kind of... I think I can do that. Like, I won't play Barbershop round 1. I think the hope will be that I can build the first room, and if I build the first room and get the first family growth, then I could play Barbershop after, stay on 3 family members, get a bunch of points from Rum Distillery, build a bunch of ovens. Yeah. Play out my hand of occupations for free. I just have the only card I have to manually, well, only 2 I have to manually play is Patron and Child Psych, and I don't even have to manually play Child Psych. I could just, or Patron. I could play Patron with Child Psychologist. I think probably though I'm gonna want to play Patron and then Child Psychologist. I think that's probably likely because that's a difference of, so if I play Child Psychologist for free and then I play Patron for 2 food, I've spent 2 food total and 1 action. Whereas if I do Patron into Child Psychologist, then I've actually gained 1 food for 2 actions. So it's a 3 food for 1 action question. That's what it comes down to. 3 food for 1 action. Oh my goodness, another oven. What is going on in this game? I mean, Iron Oven is pretty great for Bargaining Baker. Only costs 2 stone and bakes grain into 6 food. It's a lot of food on its own. But geez, Charcoal Burner's pretty happy here. Can I make Stonehouse Extension work? I'm looking at Pioneer and wondering if I can get enough stone. Probably not. Probably not. Pioneer won't come into play until later anyways. I wonder if I need to just take it out of the draft though. Supply Exchange could be fine. This might be a hand that actually can play Apprenticeship. Yeah. Yeah, Master Builder, yeah. Supply Exchange makes me really dependent on 3 wood actions, and I don't really think I want to turn 2 wood into Reedstone food this game. We could just take Stonehouse Extension out of the game. Maybe we play it, maybe not. Apprenticeship is interesting, but I don't really need help playing occupations. I play my occupations easily enough, so I think the plan is Patron into Child Psychologist, but I'm not 100% on that yet. I'd rather have, 3 food for 1 action is fine. It's pretty equivalent either way. So I guess it depends on how much food is in the game and how contested occupation is. Like if we have occupation fall into our lap a bunch, then it's going to be better to play patron into child psych. The wood-fired oven wheeled, and I mean the wood-fired oven is 2 wood and a stone for 2 points and 6 food, which is pretty solid. I'm gonna really feed the charcoal burner. I'm gonna need I need pear peeler out pretty quickly because I'm gonna want to be pear peeling at least 1 grain each harvest just for the rum distillery. So I'm going to need a decent amount of stone and wood. So I'm probably taking reedstone food every single time that I can. Yeah, well, that's where pear peeler is quite nice because this game I'm going to want to be taking 2 wood and a grain every single time that I can. Almost every single time that I can. I'm going to want to be taking 2 wood, 1 grain all the time. Because both of those will just do so much for me. So we're waiting on our last minor improvement here. Yeah, it seems unlikely that I'll play Barbershop just because it's quite expensive. With getting iron oven and wood-fired oven and rum distillery, probably not playing all of those, but maybe. Yeah, I have quite the oven collection, eh? Everyone can be jealous. Yeah, I don't really need ox team. I'm going to merchant plow for at least 3 fields. Probably 4. So then I can plow sow once or twice. That'd be fine. Spade, I don't really plan to sow all that many times, although the stone from spade might be useful. You know what? With iron oven, wood-fired oven, stonehouse extension, yeah, let's take spade here. If spade is like 3 stone, then it's probably worth playing. The problem is that it costs wood, and I'm also going to need wood. Like, wood to 2 stone is not going to be good this game, but wood to 3 stone might be fine. Alright, we finally seat in second. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have so many ovens. 3 wood. Looks like a great start for me. 3 wood into Child's Toy. I like that. 3 wood into Child's Toy into Reedstone Food. Lingo plays charcoal burner as expected. Yep. Yep. I did pass charcoal burner. I did. Yep. Actually, Malingo got charcoal burner 3rd pick. So I wonder what PJ17 first picked. Maybe Chamberlain? What else could it have been? Synergizer? No, we're not playing with Synergizer. We're not playing with G6. Might be, I don't know, Head of the Family with a really good combo card. Not sure. Start player Child's Toy here. Spring Worker is nice. I would not have minded Spring Worker with this hand because this is a hand that really regularly does stuff with like Merchant Plowman and Pear Peeler. I'm going to really regularly have crops to sow. Constable could be first pick Constable, although I think I probably am not first picking Constable over Charcoal Burner. As good as the surprise 5 points is, the charcoal burner just goes a long way to you being able to get the constable points. 4 clay available this early. Interesting to note. Guess I'll close the window a bit so you can't hear my roommate gardening. So yeah, 3 wood coming back would be good. I could play patron, occupation patron. I'd probably do that ahead of taking 2 wood. 2 reed would be okay. I don't know if I'm playing Stonehouse Extension. I don't know if I'm playing Barbershop. Because the thing is, I will want to keep taking Reedstone Food. Reedstone Food. I'm going to need a good amount of stone for this hand to play all my ovens. What's up, Thatcher? What's up? Hasn't started their turn yet. Going AFK, I suppose. Finally, after I say their name, that's when they finally decide to click begin turn. For clay, yep, for clay round 2 looks pretty good. So Thatcher might be going for clay ovens themselves. So if I do want to compete for the clay oven. Wow, 3 wood wheeled. 3 wood is perfect here for me. Yeah, clay oven is great with bargaining baker, but I mean bargaining baker is going to be good just even with the iron oven, wood fired oven. If I could build the stone oven as well, that would be nice, but that would be more like the gravy on the cake, I think. Expensive Ock is still available, which is interesting. What if PJ17 first picked a no Ock card? Like, what, Wealthiest European or something? Yeah, PJ17 start player Oak Cask. Well, we're going to get 4 wood or Reedstone Food, so I'm happy with either of those. I think PJ17 is taking the 4 wood, so we get Reedstone Food here, which is great. Reedstone Food into Patron, maybe? Nope, they took Reedstone Food. Alright, well, I'll take 4 wood then. Second action, start player Spade, maybe? Start player Spade into Reedstone Food. If cheap Ock comes around, I should probably cheap Occupation Patron. Pickler. Alright. We can reasonably compete for the Pickler bonus. With Pear Peeler and Merchant Plowman, we should have a decent number of fields. Yep. Gonna need a lot of wood, so leaving wood behind to win vegetable, to get vegetable, will be maybe a little difficult, but we're gonna get regular fields. With Spade, we like sowing a bit better than normal. Let's see if we can make some interesting stuff happen. Thatcher, start player seasonal plants. Wow. Wow. Is Thatcher really pushing for that Reedstone Food to build the clay oven, I suppose? So Thatcher's gonna second action take 1 grain so they can clay oven and then also have a grain to sow in round 5 with Spring Worker. I'm guessing that that's what's happening here. I mean, 3 wood is fantastic for me. 3 wood is really fantastic for me. And if I can get 4 food next round, let's say my next round is 2 read, 4 food, well then I'll play Child Psychologist before Patron. I was planning to Patron before Child Psychologist, but if we get a 4 food action, then that makes the other way better. Get all my wood in before Pear Peeler just leaves it on the table. Yeah. And I mean, Merchant Plowman is going to eat wood. Wood Fired Oven's going to eat my wood. Rum Distillery. Got a lot of wood. A lot of wood requirements here. I think Thatcher's pushing for the clay oven. No, Thatcher plays Stone Sculptor. So Thatcher wants Reedstone food just for the stone, I guess. No, he's saying no. Humble farm boy. Well, we're not going to be too humble this game. I don't plan to be. Not when I can play 7 occupations for very few actions. Thatcher goes pushing for the cooking hearth. Okay. So Thatcher needs a bunch of food from his second action. I guess he's assuming he's getting the sheep back. So I will first move 2 reed or reedstone food and hopefully second action one of the 4 food actions. If not, I'll play... well, I guess I can't really afford to play Patron. Maybe Reedstone food is better because of that, because it gives me the option of second action Patron. On the expensive occupation space, specifically. No, I don't really want to play Barbershop. I need to get my occupation combo out, because I think I can assume that PJ17 will build and grow in front of me. So I want to make sure that I get to play an occupation when that happens. Like playing Bargaining Baker when they do that will be pretty good, because then Bargaining Baker will enable my Iron Oven for 2 stone, getting me 6 food, which will be quite strong. Thatcher probably takes one of the 4 food actions. PJ17, I think PJ17 will build. I am competing with Malingo for build as well right now. So if round 5 is family growth, if round 5 is family growth, I'm forced to first action build, which means that I probably miss out on Child Psychologist from PJ17's growth. But I don't see a way around that, because I won't have the food for Child Psychologist at that point either. So 4 food and then play Child Psychologist in round 5 looks fine. Wonder if PJ17's playing around Wealthy Man. Wealthy Man was in the draft. Play Child Psychologist now? No, I need to take the food first. If I don't take the food first, then I won't have the food to actually use it. Oh, I could build the first room though. Yeah, building the first room looks pretty good. I'm surprised that came around to me. Yeah. Thatcher is sowing this round, which makes no sense to me. Oh no, sowing in round 5. Wait, no. What? Malingo start player, play Clay Pit. Clay Pit's pretty good. No, he doesn't, because he didn't sow last round. If he's sowing with Spring Worker, then the seasonal plant doesn't apply. So after first action, start player, so I can play Rum Distillery. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to play Rum Distillery. I'm going to play Spade. I want to leave myself the option of Bargaining Baker into Iron Oven for food. There is 5 food traveling players available, though. So if I can do that, then it doesn't matter, but I'll play Spade first either way. Iron Oven doesn't want to come out until after Bargaining Baker's out either way, so we got time. No, I don't think Thatcher sowed in round 4. He wasn't on either. He wasn't on the sow action space. I do need to get the patron child psych out. Yes, I do. Alright, well, unfortunately we have to stop the game, force the game to stop until this gets resolved. Finally, jeez. If round 7 is family growth, it might be tough for me to feed if I don't wheel the 5 food traveling players, which it'd be quite surprising if I did. Unless I just manually play Bargaining Baker here. If I just play Bargaining Baker here, then round 7 family growth is fine because of how powerful Iron Oven is with Bargaining Baker. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. Just play Bargaining Baker here. Can I afford to play Patron first, I guess? I can ask myself that question. Play Patron, and then try to play Bargaining Baker round 6 before family growth? No. No, I think I just need to play Bargaining Baker here. Don't see a good way to feed otherwise. Well, there's family growth, which is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and play Iron Oven here for 2 stone only. Save S, bake 1. So now my next action will be Occupation Child Psychologist, I think, so that I can play probably Patron on Malingo's growth in round 7. Patron is 3rd, I know, but if family, yeah, I was gonna have to manually play an occupation either way before round 7. with family growth coming round 6 and the fact that I have the first family growth. If I had gotten better feeding, like if I'd managed to pick up 5 food or something, then I can afford to feed for this round 7 harvest, but I can't feed the round 7 harvest without playing Iron Oven, so... Thatcher gets 6 wood here, which is pretty nice. There's 6 clay available as well. I would like all of those things, but I think I'm going to play my child psychologist here. Yeah, Malingo didn't really have to start player. I agree. Unless they pass something that I'm not aware of, but... Yeah, Malingo could have taken 6 wood, because if Thatcher won't start player because Thatcher can't even build, and PJ17 if they start player, then Malingo can stable block. So, yep. And stable blocks get a lot better after taking 6 wood, because then you can build, 3 or 4 stables. Yeah, Thatcher took the 6 wood over the 4 sheep, which is interesting to me. Go ahead and play my child psych. So I'm gonna need 2 food to pick up 2 food next round. So getting rum distillery online would be one way to do it. Or else I could play clay oven or wood oven, any of those. I think Thatcher has guest room. Yeah, I guess with the only one read, guest room is interesting with Humble Farm Boy. Although I don't know how I would justify the spring worker play if I had guest room here, especially because there were 2 4 food actions available in round 4. Yeah, if we get the clay oven, this has been quite a good start. Malingo might try to second action build the clay oven, though. I probably get one of the good clay actions, so that's good. That pleases me. So I think our round 8, round 9 occupations are cabinet maker, merchant plowman. We want to get that combo online. Then probably round 10 we're playing pear peeler, and then round 11 we're playing pioneer. Presuming that we get to play an occupation each of those times. Go ahead and play patron here. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, PJ, the other thing PJ could have done, I mean, sometimes if I want to be really greedy as PJ, I might have even not built last round. And if Thatcher wants to build into grow round 8, then you get to round 8 build into grow round 9, or maybe even build grow 9, grow 10. Like I think PJ's second action build there was not very good. Certainly not building 2 resources or 2 rooms. Machete's pretty nice. I'm going to take the 6 clay here. We're hoping to build the clay oven to pick up the food that we need. But Malingo might just go ahead and build the clay oven here. And if they do, maybe we reed stone food into Renault wood-fired oven. Or 3 reed into Renault wood-fired oven. Or we could try to get rum distillery out here, but rum distillery requires reed stone food. So yeah, there's no way to get rum distillery out. Yeah, spring worker past spade and I wonder if that's first pick machete maybe. Wow, Malengo set up their cash crop. Well, it's a good thing cash crop and machete are not in the same hand. I'm happy about that. Cash crop plus machete is a pretty potent combo. Yeah, I'm glad they're not in the hand of the spring worker. 15 points. I will say I have lost with that combination though. It is not unbeatable. You do have to have other stuff going on as well. Looks like we're getting a 6 wood action next round. So yeah, clay oven and then 4 wood maybe. Yeah, getting clay oven here is fantastic. Especially with 2 players with grain already and machete here. Yeah. Malengo prioritized getting his cash crop in the ground for over clay oven, which I'm not sure if that's the correct decision. I mean, I probably can build another room. So yeah, 3 reed looks fine. Then I get 4 wood, 5 wood, or 6 wood next round. I'm guessing Malengo might just not be looking at the screen right now. Hopefully they say it. If they don't say it by their next turn, I'll mention it. He asked about with iron. Yeah, he asked in chat. Yep, there it is. So I think Thatcher has to first action build here. Because if Thatcher doesn't build, I'll probably build. And then I can start player and to grow. If I am going to jump into the family growth queue, then that means Cabinet Maker and Merchant Plowman are not coming out this harvest. So then it'd be better for me to play Pear Peeler. Because Pear Peeler works on its own, whereas Cabinet Maker and Merchant Plowman have to come out together. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about, Sid. If I can play both Cabinet Maker and Merchant Plowman this harvest, though, I think I should do that. Let's see what Thatcher does. If Thatcher builds here, then I'm obviously not growing in round 9, so... Yeah, minor. I think that's a 7th pick minor. Yeah, we passed that one around. The clay pit combo. Ooh, Thatcher's playing Stone Sculptor here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna jump in Family Growth then. So that means I should play Pear Peeler on PJ17's Growth, because now I can start player and I can build a room and then start player. Start player rum distillery or whatever. Start player barbershop even. Wealthy Man. Yeah, we saw Wealthy Man. It might be. So we should note. PJ17 passed Child Psychologist and Charcoal Burner, so might be playing around Wealthy Man plus Constable or something. I don't know what you could first pick over those cards. Maybe. I don't know what I would first pick over Charcoal Burner. The only reason I took Child Psych over Charcoal Burner was because I had first picked Patron. Noble. Yeah, Wealthy Man was in the draft, yeah. Is this start player backyard well? That's pretty irritating. Secures PJ17's Family Growth for round 9. Could be Reno backyard well, I suppose. Thatcher could be giving up on Reno. Or on building a wood room. Chamberlain is banned. Yeah, yes. Chamberlain is banned. Stone Exchange. This might be a double Reno here for Thatcher. There was Master Fencer, so Thatcher might be trying to get to Stone here. Yep. So I'll start player, play. I think I'm doing Barbershop into Wood-Fired Oven. This does use all my wood, unfortunately, but Barbershop is each harvest. Yeah, 4 points. Or yeah, 4 points. Might be Lighthouse. I think though the Stone Sculptor it might just be another Reno. Reno and then play Master Fencer. Yeah. Because he's going to keep using his stone. That's why he didn't want to play Backyard well. I assume. Because he realized that he wasn't going to be able to Reno again. I mean, it might be, yeah, yeah, probably something more. Master Fencer is just what I saw in the draft. Wood-Fired Oven here. This is pretty stupid. Look at my collection of ovens here. And the stone oven is still available. I am a very good charcoal burner friend, yeah. So I have to remember I do have to pay 8 because of Child's Toy. Pay 8 food. Second action, probably 2 food, 2 wood, and a grain if I could get it back. Yeah, stone chimney would have been nice, that's for sure. I'm displaying them all. I'm giving lots of work to the oven builder. Thatcher's got treehouse. Looks like start player treehouse here. Playing Ox now. You talking to me? No, I'll let my Ox come out normally. I do need wood, yes. No, we didn't see treehouse. No. Yeah, also the fact that Thatcher didn't start player into build round 7. We probably should have seen it from that as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing he's prioritizing getting to stone really highly. Maybe there's some other stonehouse occupation we haven't seen yet. Malingo building the stone oven here. Alas, it's gone. Okay, last action here. Reed stone food so that I get the stone for rum distillery and I have the reed for Reno. It's probably fine. Yeah, maybe. I think though Thatcher doesn't really hasn't really taken clay all that aggressively. Like there was 6 and 7 clay available last round, right? Or was that 2 rounds ago? That was the round I built the clay oven in. He did take the 7 clay. But is that no, I guess it's not been his only clay action. That's true. Yeah, cuz he took 2 clay at some other point for the Reno. Would have to be a second pick straw thatched hut, so I don't think it's straw thatched hut. Okay, no reedstone food available. 5 food is okay. I could just take a vegetable. Take a vegetable is pretty similar to taking wood for me. I think though I'll plow a field Because Merchant Plowman is going to give me 3 fields, and I'll try to plow sow maybe once. Yeah. If I see 3 wood next round, I might do something like take a vegetable and a wood. Oh, look at this miner going to work. Miner. I think with Pickler in play, like Pear Peeler gets me the wood the grain pretty easily. With Pickler, I'd love to get vegetables. Oh yeah, 4 wood, right. Actually, did Malenko just take the 2 wood after my last action? No, he last action day labored. Yeah. Yeah. Take a grain and a wood then. Auk. Kind of want to play. I'll play Cabinet Maker first. Bait Malengo into buying joinery? Thing is, if Malenko buys the joinery, then Malenko's going to be scrapping for wood even harder, which I don't know if I want that to be the case. Man, nobody's responding to chat this game. Thatcher took like 5 minutes to respond to my "it's not an even round" message. Making me pull my hair out. My hair's not long enough to be pulled out. I think I'm taking a vegetable here because of Pickler. Maybe I take the vegetable on the wood space. Maybe I just take 2 wood. I need a lot of wood. Take wood, try to take vegetable later. I'm shadow banned. Sometimes it feels like that. So I think we're taking a vegetable and then sowing, last action sowing. Hey Damba, thanks for the bits. I think Chris did ban 2 people. I think I know there's one player who got a 1-year ban. And I don't know, like there was never any formal announcement or anything, but they mentioned it to me after the ban was over. And I was part of getting them banned. I will say that. I think them and one other player. There were 2 players who I think got banned. And I don't know for sure if that's the case, but that's just what they've mentioned before, so. And it was for conduct outside of the game. We'll put it that way. I'm probably, if Malingo doesn't sow here, I'm probably not getting sow next round. So I think I'll bake a grain. Sow a vegetable, bake a grain. And then have a grain left behind to feed to rum distillery potentially. Malingo might clay pit. Just looking at Malingo's resources and thinking that, yeah, building a clay room might be appealing to them. Oh, plus S. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna first action start player, but I might second action start player rum distillery. I'm gonna have very few points actually on my farm. All my points are gonna be in bonuses and minors that are not counted automatically. I guess I could trigger Pioneer if I waited to start player until round 12. Because I can assume, I think I'm going to assume that Malingo is going to build a room in Family Growth round 12, which means I get to play Pioneer. So then I could start player Rum Distillery round 12 to use whatever the round 13 action space is, whether it's Plow Sow or Family Growth. Take 2 wood and a grain. Eight spaces, 3 fields. Not sure yet. Still to be determined. It'll be a matter of how much wood that I get. And that'll probably be a function of how hard am I going after the pickler bonus. Thatcher's playing Black Swan Lake here. Well, if I wheel 3 wood again, I'll be quite happy. I do wheel 3 wood. That works. I'm going to play Merchant Plowman, yeah. Yeah, just Family Growth. PJ17 is going to last action Family Growth, right? So that's when I'm going to play it. I think Malingo's going to sow with this action, and then last action will be to build a clay room. So then I could theoretically play Pioneer round 12. I'll do more than 3 fields. Did I say that I was going to only do 3 fields? I said we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how many fields and pastures I'm going to end up with, because it's going to depend on how much wood I get, right? Like, maybe I fence 12. Maybe I fence 12 and have 5 fields. I don't know. Depends on what resources I get. Too bad he didn't play Hobby Farmer last round. Hobby Farmer plus Seasonal Plants round 10 would have been nice. Get 1 extra vegetable. PJ17 is playing Broom. So I'll play Merchant Plowman here. For free. Yeah, it does empty the field for round 14. Yeah. Which might want to sow again. A Broom is pretty fantastic with Wealthy Man. Ooh, and Clogs is a pretty decent pull. Clogs is nice. So we're looking at 8-point Wealthy Man so far for PJ17. I do need to pick up some reed. I kind of need clay as well. There are 2 clay actions. Malingo doesn't want the clay. Thatcher might want the clay. I'll take Reedstone Food with this move. Playing Stone Tongs instead. You might only take stone once, PJ17. I think you should go for the clogs. But maybe you got some good high-costed stone miner. I can't think of what would be good, though, because you didn't get Paved Road, because Paved Road was in our initial draft. And it's probably too late for Tuileries Garden. So 7 clay is not really good much for us. What we really want is 9 clay. But 6 clay is kind of risk. I mean, maybe we get... If we don't get 6 clay, we probably get 5 clay. Thinking that I can pick up another grain if I do build the cooking hearth. So then if we Reedstone Food one more time and trigger Pioneer for a stone, then we probably have enough stone for rum distillery and Stonehouse Reno. Stone Reno and well still available. Yep. So yeah, I think we'll let the clay go up again. I guess I could take 6 food traveling players. I'm going to need the food at some point, I suppose. Because I'm not going to be able to bake. Yeah, I might not be able to bake in the last round. So we'll put a wood to a field and a food. Feed 8. So, yeah, I still have the option of rum distillery as well. Thatcher's playing village well. Don't think you can return backyard well. Don't think that works. Let's look it up. It's an old ruling. Here it is. Well builder may be upgraded to the village well. Oh. Stone is also removed from your farm. That's too bad the stone's removed. Nice. Return it. So it says return well, which you can read as return the well or return a well. And return well, I would read it more as return the well, but what do I know? Plow Soak came to me here, which is pretty fantastic. Would have liked start player, would have liked 6 clay, but Plow Soak getting a stone looks great. Now we're hoping that we get the 5 clay back. If we don't get the 5 clay, I'll be a little upset. But Thatcher really wants family growth, apparently. Yeah, I'm not sure. Pottery, I suppose? I don't know why I needed to do that with his first action. 5 clay is the same as 1 clay. Yep. Unless someone upgrades, yep. I think it's possible that Malingo will upgrade with all the vegetables he has here. Malingo kind of needs food. I'd think that 8 clay is before feeding and not after feeding. Or that 8 food is before feeding. So I think Malingo might do an upgrade. But you never know, they might just eat with the stone oven, so we'll see. Yeah, I guess we don't have to take the 5 clay too highly. I do think a return is going to happen And I could pick up a clay from Pioneer, but Reedstone Food is a pretty good action for me as well. Maybe we Reedstone Food, then 5 clay, then Reno. There's also Baker's Oven out there. If we could snag, like if Malingo maybe builds the Baker's Oven on Family Growth, then we could build the Stone Oven on Reno. Unfortunately, Malingo's last action is... No, it's before ours. Good. So we can react to that and build the Stone Oven. There it is. There's the Baker's Oven. So PJ17 could build the Stone Oven here. So what did PJ17 take? First pick. I feel like it's got to be Constable at this point. I don't know what else he would have thrown away to go all in on Wealthy Man. Yeah, like if they went back into some common pool, the way that majors do. So then I could build the backyard well. That would be fun. With clogs in hand, getting to stone is a bit more valuable than normal for PJ17. So PJ17 might decide to go for clogs and stone Reno, and then we get the Stone Oven anyways. Play Pioneer. Oh yeah, thank you. I don't think I'm getting anything out of Pioneer here, but maybe we get Reno Fence in the last round. We're not humble anyways, so... Yeah, we did see Baker's Oven. Yeah. It was part of my mind exploding at all the ovens that were being passed, knowing that I had passed Charcoal Burner. Man, getting Baker's Oven was... Or bargaining Baker was like stupidly important for my game with all the ovens that were in play. Now it has fed Malingo a lot. Malingo's having a nice game. Is Malingo going to last action fence here so they can start taking the animals? Because the animals are going relatively untaken. Malingo's going to take 2 wood. Okay. Getting that little bit extra food for points. Yeah, and if you presume that someone's gonna build the Stone Oven before you fence, then you can fence 15. Alright, I'm gonna Reno Stone Oven here. And then get a stone, bake a grain into 6. So building the well would be kind of nice. Maybe we build the well instead of getting to a stone house. Because if we sow 1 time, that gets us our stone for the well. I mean, we could try for well and stone Reno. Like, it's not out of the question. Stone kitchen is in the game. Yeah. Not bake and just start player rum. Well, I mean, I have a grain left anyways. Because the bake provides a grain from bargaining baker. Plow sow is available again. It's kind of difficult for me to pass on plow sow, even though the field is not worth that much. The thing is, the sow action in the last round is going to be quite valuable. Probably might determine who wins Pickler. Although, it's going to be difficult for me to win Pickler. I don't love Rum Distillery here. Just think the 2 wood and the 2 points is going to be pretty directly taken away. I think I'm going to sow, get a stone. Plus, sow, get a stone. And then, yeah, take 3 wood if we can. Malingo start player supply exchange. Alright. So Malingo's ready to reno fence in the last round, it looks like. So if we do want to reno, we have to do so this round probably. Or I could just build the well. Build the well on major minor looks fine. The only issue with that is I also need to fence this round. I might need to also fence this round. Yeah, I might need to fence this round and reno this round. Or, well, reno. And if I'm not going to get reno, I can just build the well. So building the well would be fine. But the nice thing about being able to reno fence would be that I could take more wood before fencing. I think Ravocren said fence 8. That might be what's happening here. I mean, if I fence 8 and then wheel 2 cattle or 2 boar, it's not awful. Nope, Thatcher just fenced. Okay. PJ17, only 1 wood. So Malingo might be lining up for reno fence. I mean, Malingo probably will value plow sow higher or sow bake higher because of Pickler, but maybe not. Also cash crop. Yeah, Malingo really wants to resow onto his cash crop. Ooh, PJ17 slapdash renovation. That's pretty important to see. So that actually means we should be able to get everything we want to in the last round. So that is quite good. So I'm going to grab 3 wood here. I think Rum Distillery is probably not coming out anymore, so I'm not going to get an extra grain. Just take the wood and have it be wood. Could build stables, yeah. Probably fences are going to be better though. Because I think both pairs of animals are disappearing now. Thatcher's probably taking the cattle. Malingo might not be able to see Pioneer. That Pioneer lets me reno fence. I'll maybe mention it. That I can reno before the start of the round. So 9-point wealthy man so far for PJ17. Unfortunately, PJ17 0 fields, so and 7 open spaces, so needs more than just a good wealthy man here. Where's my phone? I think I'd probably just take 2 wood now. I could consider taking vegetable to first action sow bake. But I can only sow 2 vegetables anyways. I'm just thinking first action sow bake gets me up to 6 vegetables, which might be enough to win, but yeah, Malingo's at 6 vegetables as well. Wealthy plowman. And get 1 point for every plate improvement. If there was more stone available, I could think about building, like playing Stonehouse Extension. Because filling my farm, you know, is another way to save on wood. But the miner has actually sucked the 1 stone actions out. And I guess Stone Tongs was played as well. Alright, clogs for PJ17. Guess I'll take the 1 vegetable. It's 1 point, or it threatens that I can win Pickler. Feed 8. Wood into FI. Suppose the field should go down here just in case I build another room. So how many improvement points do I have? 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 15 improvement points. That's quite a bit. Probably going to be enough for the win. Oh, I need to harvest stuff off my fields as well. Look at this ugly field layout. So ugly. Makes your fencing very ugly. Alright guys. Let's finish this game up. Yikes. No wonder it's felt so slow. Thatcher's at 40 seconds a turn. Malengo's at 35. Yeah, he's waiting for the T piece. You know what? I always describe there are two iconic Tetris pieces. One of them is the T piece and the other one is the zigzag piece. But people never understand what I'm talking about. Like I say, oh, it's the Tetris piece. Like there are two for me those are the two iconic ones. The Z and then the T. Malengo plays football player, and then wealthy man for PJ17. Got it up to 10. Football player. So Malengo, looks like Malengo's planning to sow. I'm guessing that's why they played football player. Football player might be a 2-point play in that case. Long bars only. Yeah, like the long bars are very useful, but they're not like, for me, they're not the most iconic. Because that's just like a line. A line is not anything special for Tetris. Like the 2x2 piece. You're a square guy, eh? Oh, come on, guys. So I did not expect when I first picked Rum Distillery with Pear Peeler in hand and free occupations that I would not be using it to get grain. But the fact that I got to Family Growth first meant that, you know, I kept getting pushed further and further back. And Bargaining Baker, you know, with all these ovens. If I didn't get all these ovens, I would have needed the food from Rum Distillery, but... Line Piece College Humor Sketch. I haven't seen that one. I even said I can reno earlier. The Tetris God. Okay, I will do that. Do 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 do. So Thatcher will take Plow so very highly. Malengo, Reno fences, alright. Malengo's at 6 vegetables. If Thatcher sows 2 vegetables, Thatcher gets to 6 as well. So all it would take is for one player. Oh, you know what? Thatcher's going to seasonal plant. So Thatcher will hit 7. So yeah, I'll just first action build the well, I think. Fence is safe, so I'll just first action build the well. I don't really need reno. Thatcher gets to 8. I don't think Thatcher gets to 8. It's only 1 on 1 field. So Thatcher gets to 6. Yeah, so Thatcher can get to 7 with a 1 vegetable action. So I don't think I'm going to sow bake. Good family growth. Although sow bake is quite good for Malingo. So if I think I'm not beating Malingo, then I should sow bake. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, sow bake is huge for Malingo. But, you know what? The well is also really good. Alright, good family growth. Family growth is very good. Yeah, maybe I just family growth for 3 points, and then I can major minor for the well, hopefully. I guess sow bake gets me my 4th stone, which makes Reno safe. But if the well gets built, then I can just build. Or if major minor gets blocked, I can go and build the well. It's okay. Yeah, Malingo will definitely sow bake, kick the football ahead by some spaces. Alright. Yep, Malingo locks up Pickler. So Malingo is certainly my biggest competition. Don't move, ball. I mean, you should move it 1 space. Because it costs you nothing to move it 1 space. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Noble, here it is. First pick Noble for PJ17. Wow. I think so. How much am I going to fence here? I'm going to fence 12. Fence 8. Fence 12. Yeah, I could take wood and fence bigger. I guess I'll build the well first. And then maybe last action take 3 wood or take an animal. They're probably both 2 points. Certainly I want to leave 1 wood behind for a cabinet maker. So yeah, probably taking wood is better than an animal. Yes. So what's my improvement score? Is it up to 20 now? 2, 4... 6, 10, 12, 15, 19. 19 points for my improvements. That's pretty good. 19 points for my improvements, 15 points for my family members, 34. That's a lot of points. 4 points from my house, 38. 4 points from fields, 42. 4 points from vegetables, 46. 3 points from grain, 49. Pastures are going to be a couple points, and then I have a negative on each of my animal scores. So I'm around 50. Take 3 wood. Last move, fence. So that's 8. I want to leave 1 behind so I can spend another 6. So probably like that. That's fencing 16 or fencing 14 with 1 wood behind. And then wood goes into food and field, so I don't have to eat any of my other points. Yeah, no one really had an exceptional game. Like, Malingo doesn't have any animal points on me. They've got 1 point from football player, 3 points from pickler. So, yeah, Malingo's probably into the 50s, but I guess they have 2 animal types, which I don't have. Malingo's only got 4 family members, though. 1 more grain point, 1 fewer pasture point. Probably close. It's probably close between the two of us. All right. Thatcher announces 47. That's a better score than I would have guessed for Thatcher. I guess he's got some bonuses here. So it looks like 50 on the dot for me. So it's a question of, is Malingo low 50s or not? Malingo, I think, might be 49. Plus 5, plus 3, plus 1. Might be tied. Might be a tie at 50. Yeah, looks like we might tie at 50 because 1 more cash crop point, 1 football player, 3 pickler. So yeah, I think that's a tie. Man, that charcoal burner. That was a hero. Yeah, GG. Does Malingo win outright if he kicks the football ahead? He would have to have spent 3 food. He would still win Pickler, but he would then tie with Thatcher. So I think Malingo wins outright, 51 to 50 for me and 50 to Thatcher, if he does kick the football ahead. But of course you have to know that when you're doing it. That's fine. Yeah. Yep. That was quite the massive charcoal burner. Yeah. If the charcoal burner is any worse, I probably win outright. Although if the charcoal burner is any worse, that means I didn't get as much as I did out of Barkening Baker. To be fair. But for how much wood, like the charcoal burner covered all the wood for all of his fences pretty much. Like it's a lot of wood. Thatcher only played 8 cards. Oh, Madonna statue, that's right. Oh, Thatcher says he tied for 3, 5, 8. That doesn't seem right to me. I don't think Thatcher tied for Pickler. So yeah, I guess Malingo can't win outright if he did actually tie with Thatcher. Thing is, I'm pretty sure he ends with seven vegetables. So I think Thatcher claimed the Pickler points inappropriately. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Yeah, and you know what? Stone Kitchen didn't even come out. That would have been another one. Kicking the football would have given him one extra point, Gray. Because it would have given him... He would have spent a vegetable. I think the way it works is he spends the vegetable, still gets the same number of points because he ties for the Pickler with Thatcher, and then he gets one extra point from his football player. Because he could have advanced it 3 spaces. No, he would have 2, 3, 0. How does football player work? Can't you make it go 3 spaces? 1 plus 3. Okay, yeah, it would have only been to 4. You're right. Man, you can't kick football player on an entire stage. That's why that card is not very good. I can't believe that even if you dump food into it, you can't kick the football a whole stage. Three rounds greater. So yeah, you can only go up from 1 to 4. Yep. Okay, so yeah, he can't win outright. You're right. Okay. 1 plus 3 is 4. Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to advance it a whole stage. I guess after you go from 4, you can go 4 to 7, so then that second kick is 2 points. But yeah, the fact that the first kick is worth nothing is pretty bad. Alright, that's all from me for today, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. 2 Win Tuesday starting tomorrow. We'll see you then.